Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pine Leaf. Last time we found the lone sister, but apparently she wasn't in a very good mood.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
What can be done, Pineleaf? Even if we succeed in pushing the enemy from Lebanon, the lone lady's fervor will deliver ruin upon our lands and waters for years untold. It is clear that our words no longer bear any importance to her. Her mind has been twisted by the return of the great evils, and she will not rest until all have perished and for the deeds of the past. I fear that only her sisters can calm her now, but I have never looked upon them, and I know not where they might hide away in such dark times. Seek them in the rivers Sirith, Cerny, Kelos, and Gilrain. I cannot promise you shall find them, but if you do, they must be told of the lone lady's madness. Even if you don't succeed, I shall know you did what you could for my people. So find the maiden of the Sirith, the Kelos, and the Cerny, and of course, I've already met the sister of the Gilrain, so apparently they are looking for that one last because that's the one we know about. Now, where can I find these sisters? Here's one of the rivers, and there's somebody down by the river that might be helpful. Ah! Look at this! One of the sisters, right? True Tongue. My waters have whispered of a hobbit such as you. You have come bearing ill tidings, have you not? Hmm. Yes, she has not spoken to me and my sisters in many long years, but she knows well that we don't involve ourselves in the troubles of mortal men unless it is for the good of all. I must free her from this blindness before it consumes her. Right? Well, the maiden of the Sirith has been found. So now let's see if I can find the other sisters. This is upstream of the town where all of those enemy were drowned mysteriously. So I would presume there is. I think I found her. Hello! The waters have told me much of you, Pineleaf. You need not speak, for I already know all you have to say. It's clear that my sister has grown mad, for who among us would grab her on waters in the weak armors of men? Are not our currents unbreakable? Perhaps she should try dancing instead. Silverfrost lets out a laugh. I don't know if she shall listen to my words, but I shall try when the time comes. So that is Silverfrost, who seems to be in a nice merry mood and wishes to spread it to her mad sister. Now, I think there is another one we need to find. I think I found the sister of the Cerny. Hopefully, she's as receptive as her sister. Probably she's already heard the news, right? And who are you to stop so boldly into my waters? I could drown you with a thought, and yet I don't, for I know well of your purpose here. My sister's rage overflows from the Erui, and I feel her anger even now. She pulls more armor of the dead from her waters with each passing moment, and I soon not even the banks of the river shall contain her. I know the truth of what must be done, even if the others do not see it. Okay, and this is Green Eye, the maiden of the Cerny. And that means now to Roaming Star. Ah, I found her. It's good to look upon you, Pineleaf. My sisters have told me of what troubles you and how the evils of men have once again tainted the Erui. My sister has grown wild, and she must be calmed before this corruption can overtake her completely. I fear that Grey Eye may speak true, for time grows short indeed. We must soothe her wounds of old before it is too late. Before it's too late. The Lone Lady. She has always been the most distant of my sisters, but I've never sensed such darkness within her. Only a great sadness, a sadness she has carried with her for many of your years. She's never spoke much to us, never even speaking to her true name, but I wish she had come to us with her troubles. We have all seen horrors in the long years we have spent in these lands. She must know that she does not stand alone. The men of Lebanon fought brother against brother and spilled much blood in her waters. But now you say that the southern men that seek to cross her are met with rotting suits of armor? I fear that she will not be calmed easily, but my sister and I must reach her somehow. Travel to the crossing of the Erui, for it is there that my sisters and I shall meet you. We shall put an end to this, no matter what action must be taken. Ooh, boy.
Maddened by the encroaching Haradrim, the lone lady is lashed out, raising the long-emptied armors of men who fought in the kinstrife to drown those who taint the waters of the Erui. Fearful of her anger growing beyond control, the Sisters of Lebanon have united to calm their sister and bring peace to Lebanon once more.
We hope they succeed. Why do you persist, Hobbit? You claim that my sisters fear for me? That I shall speak to them before it's too late? I have no sisters. I cast you from my waters once, and I shall do it again. No more blood shall be spilt in my waters. Drown, Pineleaf, and trouble me no more. Well, oh, hello. Well, apparently direction doesn't matter for how she raises these armor. But there you go. We will have to re-drown the armors, I guess. As the armored wights sink back into the Erui, Roaming Star appears. Sister, what has become of you? It is such wickedness that you truly seek? I did not seek it. It was forced upon me. Behold, sister, the legacy of men. Oh, well, more rise out of the Erui. Oh, many more. Well, I'll have to deal with them. Many of them. More of them. Several of them. And soon the waters shall be calm again, right? I hope so. There you go. What about that? Stand strong, Pineleaf, for my sister's madness must be ended. Alright. Apparently they need a champion to help them. Well, oh, okay. I mean, obviously, in the... Not in the character class sense, obviously. There you go. Oh, boy. They're not tough. Oh, maybe I have... Oh, Grey Eye's sternness, True Tongue's virtue, and Roaming Star's hope. Okay. Be free of your fears and let your strength flow through you. No wonder it's working so much. Okay, now I've got 4 of them helping me. All right. I was wondering what they're doing. Make me rip through these, because they're signatures now, and I'm just ripping through them. And I usually don't do that to signatures. And now for you. She's getting tougher, but the sisters are getting even more tough. Something like that. I'm sure I'll find a way to make that sentence work properly someday. And now for you. You have never listened, sisters! Let he who bears the guilt be the one to end you all. None can escape the waters of the Erui. Oh my goodness gracious, Castamir's armor? Oh my. Well, we'll have to cast Castamir away. Right? Oh my goodness. A nemesis. The nemesis that likes to take your weapons away, apparently. Well, he usurped my weapon! Well, what do you expect from Castamir, right? Well, fortunately, four sisters help quite a bit in dealing with Castamir here. I think they're... Be gone, all of you! Well, that's what you say. My sisters, I cannot! The armor of the super lies broken down. Sister, you're still one of us. We have all known horrors and the evils of men. As all our rivers converge, let us also reunite as one and stand together against the evil in the east. I can't bear to hold such anger within me any longer. I shall not wield my waters against the innocent, for my wounds are old, far older than any that yet live. Thank you, my sisters. Let me do naught but good for the people of the Middle Earth in the days to come. Well, we've dealt with that crisis. I'm glad you urged my sisters to seek me, Pineleaf, and thankful that they could pull me from the depths of my sorrow. There is naught I can say to atone for the evils I visited upon you, but know that you're always welcome to my waters. Although some of the armored wights may still roam the Erui, I shall work to quiet them. Take the armor I bore against you, and bring it to the men of these lands. Let this dark chapter of our shared history be done at last. So, deliver Castamir's armor to Angbor near the crossing of the Erui. Okie dokie. Ah, I see that you're still here. Good. I have Castamir's armor for you. What did you say this armor was? An ornate piece despite such age and wear, it can be none other than the armor worn by the usurper himself. As much as I wish to trust your words, I can't fathom these tales you tell of the five sisters. They're naught but fables told but to the young. Yet the river has held close a relic of our bloody history, and I would not dishonor our people by ignoring such a find. I shall send this armor to Lord Sirigan and see that it is returned to Peligir until the war comes to an end. Perhaps the lady will like to hear more of your tale, but I can tarry no longer in Lebanon. Right. Very well, I will talk to Lady Tyrannus then. Hello there, I'm back.
What is the meaning of this?
You speak of unbelievable things, Pineleaf, but you assure me that my people are safe, so I shall hold your words to be true. This Glacial you spoke of in Halak, she seems to be a most interesting woman, and one whom I would like to speak with in time. But such things are for another day. I have one last thing to ask of you, my friend. Ooh, and what is that? Robe of the Five Sisters. Let's see. Fortified Jacket of the Five Rivers. Alright, fine.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, Pineleaf, you have done much for me and my people, but I can't keep you here any longer. Sleep has not come easily to me of late, but even when I find rest, my dreams have grown as dark as the skies. I have seen my brother fall to madness, the deaths of my sons, and great beasts of terror marching upon Minas Tirith. What sickness of the mind takes hold that would conjure such foul thoughts? I know not if any of these shall come to pass, but I must work to prevent them if I might. Lord Angbor has his own path to forge in the east, but I would ask something else of you. You may be the last to heed my words, so I beg you to travel to Arnach and to speak to a warrior called Baranor. It may delay you, and it may even change your course, but I can't let those who I love fall into such horrors. All right, so I will speak to Baranor in Arnach. Very well. To Arnach! Finally. Hello there. I bear a message for you.
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
If the lady has sent you, I shall not deny your aid. Too many troubles have come to Losanach of late, and I fear I can't resolve them all. Curious, though, that Lady Tyrannus sent you. Has she told you much of her sister, Lady Vanilos? I suspect not. The two of them have not spoken for years, all over Lord Furlong, no less. Know this, I will not involve myself in the sisters' feud, but I shall tell Lady Vanilos that you intend to aid us. All right, well, that's good. And what kind of aid do you expect?
Will we ever see the sun again?
Yes, where was I? Yes. Oh, yes, welcome to Arnach. I can't give you half the welcome old Lord Furlong would do, but he's gone off to Minas Tirith, off to war, and here I am, Baranor, Captain of the Guard, is who I am, yes, and I must do my best to fill in his shoes. Only he left me with such a great lot of green lads, all restless and rousting about. It's like herding mice. So I've made captains of Dagor and Indir. There's Dagor over there, destined for greatness if you ask me. At any rate, between guarding Arnach and keeping watch over those Haradrim, we three have had our hands full, and then some. Now, you look like a well-traveled and sensible one. Could you lend my captains a hand? I assure you, Arnachrim lives Arnachrim lives depend upon it. Okay. Arnachrim lives. Oh boy, well, that is quite a word. I suppose we'll start with a Dagor here. Hello there, Captain. Oh my! A blow to the head, a cut from behind, and a strike at the hands.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Now, thinking as a captain and tactician, I know that my greatest foe must be the enemy captain. Among the Haradrim who trespass in Losanach, there will be soldiers and there will be leaders. Without captains, the foe is confused and scattered, and we prevail. You seem formidable in combat, good one, and you are free to go while duty keeps me here. Would you enact my bold stratagem to kill their captains? Okay, I suppose I can do that. What else do you need?
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
The first rule of warfare, Warden, is to give the enemy no quarter. If they can't pull back and regroup, they must either bend or break. Now, it so happens my men have espied some of the boats that brought the Haradrim into Losanach. They are here and there along the banks of the mouth of the river Erui. They have also noted piles of supplies not far from the boats. I say, let us burn their boats. Let us trample their supplies. Then they'll have nowhere to run. Then we'll have them. And by we, I mean me in thought and you in action. As a captain, I cannot leave Arnach, and you are more than up to the task. Uh-huh. Right. Alright, fine. So, burning more boats. I've tried that one before. And a strike at the hands.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Yes, oh, we may not be the lucky few gone to fight in Minas Tirith, but we may still use martial tactics and strategies. The southern foe despoils Losadoc soil, and I have a plan to deal with them a decisive blow. A bundle of sticks is strong, whilst any one twig may become broken. We must seek out the Harad swordsmen in their camps and hideways, and strike them before they strike us in force. Duty binds me to this post here, but you, Warden, could help to strike them down. Yes, where have I heard that before? All right, so we have to do some striking. I suppose before I head out, I should find out what Indir has to say.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Yes, these times of war have thwarted spring planning, Warden. The Haradrim have put some of our farmland to the torch, and in the rest our seed stores lie exposed and vulnerable. Even if Dagor's grand war plans defend us from the Haradrim here, we may yet starve in the coming winter. Already we have missed first planning. We face hard times that are most fortunate. Good Warden, will you visit the farms to Arnock's northeast and defend its stores of seeds? Right, fine. I suppose I could do that. Hide the seed stores and defeat Haradrim raiders near the farms. Alright, and what else do you need me to do?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Yes, there's no doubt in my heart. The Haradrim will launch an attack on Arnach. I lay awake at night imagining how it will go. The last night I dreamt they will come to a great blowing of horns. Imagine my surprise when one of the most keen-eyed men told me that he had seen great war horns among the Southron camps. Would you humor me for a bit, Hobbit? You seem intrepid enough to do the deed. I believe they intend to use these war horns to call the attack. If the horns were sabotaged, they may be unable to assail us in one overwhelming force. And perhaps, just perhaps, we might withstand them. Well, okay. I suppose we can do that. And what else?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Yes, whilst Dagor dreams of playing at war, he ignores the plain facts before him. Though we are many, we are ill-trained and poorly organized. If the Haradrim, who have crept into Losanach, were to attack us now, we would be done for. I fear that we must take desperate measures to delay this possibility. In a foray yesterday morn, I saw strange ribbons tied to a tree. I didn't know what it meant at first, but later I returned to the tree and found the fashion of the ribbon knotting changed. Clearly, the Haradrim scouts are using these ribbons to speak with each other in simple signs. Would you, good hobbit, find what ribbons you can and tear them down? I feel sure it will buy us greatly needed time. All right, fine. Well, they seem to have very, very different ideas on how to do this. And how will we execute their plans? We have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pine Leaf.